If you're wanting to get your music into production music libraries for film and TV placement, you can't just write a few tracks across a couple of genres and send them out. That's unlikely to get you a deal these days, as this industry gets more and more competitive. You've got to take a much more strategic approach to stand out from the crowd, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that in this video. For great insider tips on writing production music for music libraries, TV and film, subscribe to the Music for Income channel and hit the bell to be notified when we post a new video each week. I'm Michael from Music for Income. I've run a successful production music library for around 14 years now, as well as being a professional TV composer. Now, something I bang on about a lot, and with good reason, is that you've got to be strategic about the tracks you create. When you're writing and producing music for income purposes, as opposed to just writing for your own pleasure, you're always serving a client. Now, by definition, that means that you need to be writing what your client wants. Now, when it comes to library music, the irony is that the library itself often doesn't always know exactly what they want. They know the direction that they want the library to take. Some will be specialist libraries within a certain genre. Others have a more general catalogue. And they'll certainly know what their next few releases are. But they're just trying to come up with ideas and concepts too. I'll tell you this though. Every single library owner will agree to one fact, and that is that they are open to good ideas as to what new music they could bundle up to their film and TV clients as exciting, fresh and usable soundtrack options. A successful library music composer understands this and is trying to think from that angle too, knowing that if you come up with a strong, coherent concept for your latest tracks, you're in a better position than the majority of composers who just create what they want to write and then send that to music libraries, hoping that they might like it too. It's all about your concept these days. Spend time researching a strong album concept before you write a note. And I'm talking about a programming concept as much as a musical one. For example, an album called Ambient Guitar might have some great and very usable tracks, but in today's competitive environment of production music, there's no one really getting excited about that as a concept title for an album of tracks. Look at it this way. And this is really how you have to start thinking to get your tracks into music libraries. Let's say that you're an editor looking for music to put to a breakup sequence in a TV show. You see an album called Ambient Guitar. Now, the editor has to think, would ambient guitar music work for this sequence? Some editors might say yes, some might not click on the album. But now say they see a library music album actually called Painful Breakups. There's no decision making involved now in whether they'd listen or not. They're definitely going to have a listen to that album because it's program focused, not musically focused. Now, I'm not saying you can never lead with a musically focused title, but programming focused concepts tend to be so much more appealing. So what is inspiring? What is a strong concept? I did a little bit of research and found these production music album titles that demonstrate a strong concept beautifully. In for the Win. This album was all uplifting and determined music, perfect for the application of anything to do with victory or the chasing of victory. Now, if you're a TV editor and that's the part of the show you're looking for music for, you're going to look for tracks in this album. America the Brave. Pretty clear, right? I mean, you can almost hear the tracks from the album title alone. Patriotic, proud, stirring. Four-wheel drive. Now, this had a picture of a muddy Jeep for a cover, which actually was really effective. But even if a client wasn't making an off-road motoring show, can you see how this concept makes you think a certain thing straight away? It's obviously going to be gritty and raw and probably quite cool as well. Now, with the above examples, obviously don't just steal those titles, but can you see how they're inspirational, programming-focused titles as opposed to musically focused, and that they just drip with you knowing what that music is going to be before you've even heard a note? And that's what you're going for to stand out in this marketplace. So think strategically and conceptually, and most importantly, think what would appeal to the people you're serving, which is the music library and their clients. So now you've got those wheels turning in your head about what really is appealing and usable concepts to a music library. What are now the elements and structures that you must have within every piece of music that you create in order for those tracks to actually work perfectly when used in film and TV? Because if your concept is good, but these crucial elements aren't there, it's unlikely your track will work optimally once an editor is trying to cut it to the show. So I've put together 3 comprehensive lessons on just that, where you can hear tips directly from TV editors themselves. And these rules apply no matter what genre you write in. You can grab those 3 lessons for free by clicking on the link in the description below. Check out these other videos too on writing music for production music libraries. And if you like this video, hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe and share with friends. Catch you next time.